Hey guys, I'm here with the new LEGO Batcave Shadowbox, which LEGO sent me to review, but all thoughts here are my own. Now this set is a little bit controversial because it's gonna be $400 when it comes out in just a few days, and this makes it the most expensive LEGO DC set of all time, let alone the most expensive Batman set, and it's the biggest in terms of piece count with over 3,900 pieces. So there's a lot to be excited about here, but it's also just a big shadow box, and that has a lot of people concerned if it's really worth the price, so in today's video, we're going to answer just that. The set is 12 inches tall, 21 inches wide, and 6 inches deep when closed, and it takes up considerably more space once fully opened. While the openable display is a cool idea, I struggle to think of who has shelf space to truly display the set in all its rightful glory. The set is pretty front heavy, meaning that if all three sections are not supported by a table or shelf beneath it, it's definitely going to fall front forward. Before we get into the set details though, let's talk about the minifigs. We get a Michael Keaton Bruce Wayne who has a new head print but reuses a torso print from the old man from the Home Alone set. I think this minifig captures Keaton's likeness pretty well, and if we flip the head around, we can actually see his goggles, which will come in handy on all the other Batmans in this set. Here we have the 1992 Batman Returns figure. He uses the same rubbery cape cowl mold from the previous 1989 minifig, but this time he's got the new bat printing on the emblem. He also has a new torso print underneath, which is reused on another Batman, and he reuses the same head from Bruce Wayne that we just looked at. Finally, we get one additional Batman minifigure, this time with the debut of the new 2023 Batman cowl, and he has a cloth cape so he can fit in the Batmobile. He comes with a translucent head for display mode, but of course we can put one of the Bruce Wayne heads on him, which he does come with to complete the look. I think this is a standout figure, and while leg printing would have been nice, I can appreciate this for what it is. The reason we get two Batman minifigs is twofold, like I said. First, so you can have a suit on display, and secondly, because the rubber cape won't fit in the Batmobile properly. Up next, we have Alfred, who's probably the most accurate minifig here in my opinion, and he's got his tea tray and cup, that's all well and good. He's also got a reversible head, which is quite cool. Beyond that, there's not too much to see or get excited here with Mr. Pennyworth, but still a worthy inclusion. The Catwoman minifigure is, well, it's good. It's not great, just good. I like the head print and torso print, but man, leg printing was so necessary here, and LEGO just really dropped the ball. I also think the printing on the ears piece would have been nice to have, like we got on the 2016 Black Panther minifigure, but I understand that that one's asking for a lot. Still, leg printing really should have been on this figure, and it's a real shame LEGO skipped out, because it's so close to being perfect. Max Schreck was an unexpected but welcome inclusion here. I think he's pretty accurate all around, and I like the overall design, but he's probably my least favorite figure from this set, given that he's the least exciting character out of everyone offered here. And finally, we have the Penguin. I want to like this figure, I really do, but it falls just a little bit short for me. In my head, I'm always envisioning Danny DeVito's Penguin with that pasty white skin as a result of him being in the cold underworld, so having a minifig with the same flesh tone as every other character in this set just doesn't sit quite right with me. I think the print on the head is actually really great, as is the torso printing. I just wish the head color was more white or even like an off-white to reflect what we see in the movie a bit better. And again, I know this is asking a lot, but given how iconic this version of Penguin's nose is, I think it might have been interesting to use the new Pinocchio head here. I get that that one's asking for a lot, but it might have been neat to see implemented. Now onto the set. The back wall is the main Batcave, and it's the most detailed part of the set for sure. Over to the left, we have the Bat Computer, which is where most of the set's stickers are applied, and I love the swivel chair, which can be engaged using a knob on the back of the set. You can also use another knob on the back to switch the computer screens from showing footage of the Penguin to showing footage of Catwoman. Man, that's so cool. Both are pretty great translations of what we see in the film, and this is definitely one of my favorite details of the set. Underneath the computer area is a little cave, then we have some ladders and walkways, and underneath all of the other fun stuff, we have a little tool area to work on the Batmobile. On the next platform up, we have the Batsuit storage, which can be opened and closed with another knob on the back of the set. There's also a light brick here, which is super cool and makes for a great inclusion that helps this set come to life. This is another one of my favorite features in the set, and I just think it looks so cool. Our final platform is where the Batarangs are kept, and once again there's a knob you can turn on the back that opens and closes the doors. There's not too much to say here, but it does add a lot of liveliness to the set, and I really like this area a lot. Before we move on, here's a look at the back of the set with all the knobs. Nothing too crazy back here, but it's definitely worth showing you on a $400 set. You deserve to see it. While we're looking at the outside, we've also got this cool garage door, which can be dropped by pressing this button, and it's kind of like the escape hatch for the Batmobile to go in and out of. So we've reached a pretty good middle point. I just want to show you what it looks like opened up here, and next we're going to take a look at the center area, which of course is where the Batmobile sits. The center area is kind of like the spine of a book in that it holds everything together, and I love the way the Batmobile looks just sitting there parked. It just looks so great. Let's also take a look up top above it where we've got the brick-built bat symbol, and that's a really nice inclusion that just helps the Batcave feel a little bit more lived in, if you ask me. This is the second version of the Keaton Mobile LEGO has ever made, with a third on the way that's nearly identical to this one. It's very sleek, and I love the way the wings are built on the back. And here's how to load the Batman minifig in with the cloth cape, too. It's a pretty tight fit, but it does work out pretty well, and I do like that there's some detail on the interior as well, but it's easier to see that without Batman inside. We've also got a flame on the back that moves when the back tires move, which is cool. But ultimately, I have a love-hate relationship with this knob on the side. I love the play feature that allows you to make the machine guns pop out of the sides, but I hate the asymmetricalness of the knob on the side. I really wish LEGO had done some kind of alternate design where twisting the fire in the back made the guns pop up the way that the UCS 89 Batmobile did. And it's still a cool build, but man, that knob on the side is really annoying. I just can't understand why LEGO thought that was a good idea, but it is what it is, and we gotta live with it. One more thing, on the back of the build, there's a little compartment to store the fire for when the Batmobile's parked. I thought that was a pretty cool little Easter egg. Now that brings us to the final part, which is the big window, and it's basically what I'm gonna call the front door with the hollowed out bat symbol. This looks really cool and displays well. But I can't help but think that if LEGO had nixed this entire front door, the set might have been more in the $250 to $300 range, which, don't get me wrong, that's still a lot of money, but it'd probably make this a little bit more accessible to the average LEGO builder, even if that still is a huge price tag. The build itself is ingenious. I love the interior cave, and it does look great from the outside, but I'm struggling to decide if the uniqueness justifies the piece count and the high price that comes with it. This is what I actually really want to hear from you guys about, if you think that this front part is worth it, or if LEGO really should have just gotten rid of this to help bring the price down. I'm on the fence because it does look cool, it's a very neat build, but man, this bad boy is pretty expensive. So let me know what you guys think of this set. Needless to say, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here, but I just don't know if it's worth the $400 price tag in today's economy. That's asking a lot. Now, if you're the ultimate Keaton Batman fan, of course this is going to be a great set, but if you're on the fence about it, I'm personally not sure if it's going to win you over if you build it in person or not, because again, $400 is a lot to spend, especially with no gift with purchase right out of the gate. Kind of a bummer. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll catch you guys on the next video, and until then, build on. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.